Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I am the Brofect One AJ, and thank you for joining me today on this May 25th, 2022. Happy Hump Day out there to everybody. Um, yeah, it's been a couple. It's been a nice. It was a nice night of sports last night, huh? Had some more playoffs going on, both in the NBA and on the NHL action. Uh, and damn exciting action on both ends. And continuing on some series, avoiding sweeps. We'll also cover any of the news that comes up today in sports world, and shit, maybe even talk some crypto because that's going well, isn't it? Oh man, uh, yeah. Well, let's go ahead. Let's just jump right into it. I'm not even gonna wait for it. Get into it talking about the NBA action. Let's talk about Warriors Mavericks last night. What a game. What a game. Mavericks just came out hot and stayed hot the entire time. Uh, Truly just playing great basketball all the way through. Warriors mounting a nice little comeback, scoring 39 points there in the fourth. Just not enough. Luka with 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists, getting a nice double-double there. Steph Curry with some production. I mean, not a lot of production issues, still scoring 20 points. Obviously was wrong on his over yesterday. Didn't have the best day gambling yesterday, but hey, that's why there's always another day, right? That's why there's always another slate. You gotta love to see it. Gotta love to see it. Yeah, I mean, the biggest story coming out of this game, really, though, was the roof started leaking. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I've been in stadiums. I've been on rides and theme parks where the roofs just start leaking. I mean, shit happens. But for it to happen during an NBA playoff game that was perfect. That was perfect. What a nice delayed game. Truly thought it might have helped the Warriors out there, change the pace up a little bit, get the water flowing for the Splash Brothers and everything like that, but didn't work out that way. Mark Cuban just looked furious the entire time. That was freaking hilarious. Yeah, that was great. Shout out to the Mavericks, though. It is going to go back to Golden State, where they will be playing Game 5. Seeing if the Warriors can go ahead and shut it down. Then let's go to the ice last night. Rangers taking care of business pretty handily in New York with the Hurricanes, tying up that series now 2-2. Yeah, I mean, it was just an exhibition by the Rangers. The boys played incredible. Igor Shesterkin. Shesterkin. Am I saying that right? Igor Shesterkin, their goalie. 30 saves, 31 shot. Wow. I mean, the man is incredible. Like Noah has said on our podcast multiple times, he is the best goaltender in the league and continues to show that. Just standing on his head, not letting anything by. What a great day by him. And then the Flames Oilers over just seems to be a nice story in this series. That was the one bet I hit yesterday. So looking again for a nice little comeback today. Not too worried about it. You're going to have some bad days. Just like the Flames did, putting up 3 goals just a little too late. With the Oilers being able to go ahead and secure that 5-3 victory, taking the lead now 3-1 as it goes back to the other side of Alberta. Battle for Alberta continues. Baseball action last night. Diamondbacks win it in a doozy. Just high-scoring games there. It seems like if you just have bad matchups, you go ahead and just take the overs because the overs have been running wild, brother. Red Sox and the White Sox, for example, yesterday, 16-13. Just unbelievable hitting yesterday. There was one game that was funny as hell. Was it Braves? The walk-off? Yeah, the Braves, I believe it was. They loaded the bases up. Nice little dinger. I mean, that's not a dinger. Nice little shot to just in the gap and able to get it moving. Shout out to the boys there. Getting it going. Baseball season starting to heat up. Pitchers starting to find their grooves. Batters starting to find their grooves. I know we've been talking about the dead ball era a lot, and it's hard to believe it when you're seeing these, Cubs and Reds 11-4. Dodgers Nationals 9-4. Phillies Braves 5-6. And again, this could be a thing that we don't hear about a lot. They could be changing the ball and just messing with it slightly. Changing whether it is the leather, how high the laces are raised off of the ball so that the pitchers can get a different grip, more spin rate on that. It's all about that spin rate, being able to make that ball, drop 12 inches. It's unbelievable what some of these guys can do. But yeah, so look for the ball to be adjusted. We could see some higher ERAs coming up or we could just see, eventually a nice level off, hopefully before the All-Star break, so that getting in down the stretch, we're not messing with the ball and really messing with standings going that deep. That would be unreal. Where should we start tonight? There's only one game in playoffs on each side. Let's start on the ice, eh? Let's go here. Blues going to the Avalanche. Avalanche lead the series, right? Yeah, of course, the Avalanche lead the series. Just want to remember by how many. Yeah, it's 3-1, so looking to go ahead and wrap it up here at home. 1.5 point favorite for the Avalanche, minus 252 on the money line, plus 205 for the Blues. Spam calls, gotta love them. Let's look at the money. Money and the bets are going to be leaning the same way. Avalanche at home have just been unbelievable. They've been one of the best teams in hockey all year long, and they look to have found their groove yet again. I mean, Jesus, they are playing good. Shout out to the Blues for getting that one win at home. You hate to see a team get swept, especially when it ends on the road, but it happens. We'll see. I mean, I like the line a lot. I like the Avalanche a lot. It's hard not to like the Avalanche a lot. Honest to God, minus 105 on the 1.5 is pretty great. I think I'm going to dabble a little bit on that Avalanche 60-minute line because I don't think this goes into overtime. I think the Avalanche are going to come in. They're going to do what they've done all season, put up a couple goals, and then just play some incredible defense at an incredibly nice pace and keep it moving. With that being said, we're going to keep I'm going to stick with that. Avalanche, we're going to go with the minus the 1.5 and the 60-minute line. That's all on the ice today. Now let's move to the Association of Basketball, huh? Celtics Heat. Heat 2-point dogs at home. I'm not going to lie. I'm shocked to see that line the way it is. The reason I'm shocked to see the way it is because the books have been pretty consistent about home favorites. The books have been consistent about keeping the home team, 1 point, 2 point, pick 'em, but keeping the home team some type of a favorite, even if the money line's down to minus 110, is about as even as you're going to get in a sports book until they drop it to about a pick 'em. But that's interesting. And don't get me wrong. I know this. I know what the Celtics do. I know how good the Celtics have been. I think the Celtics are going to win this series still. I'm not wavering from that whatsoever. Interesting. So we don't see this a lot. And if you've been watching the show, we don't see this a lot. You see a lot of money that gets scattered. You see a lot of sorry, got to answer this guy real quick. But we see 40% of the money, 60% of the bets, or vice versa, or some type of variation of that, getting some point differentials to kind of see where the sharp money is lying. But right here, you're seeing 64 and 64, 36, 36. So that implies to me that the quote-unquote sharp bettors, the quote-unquote bigger bettors, the whales and everything, have not laid action on this yet. It is, as of this recording, 8:13 a.m. Arizona time, so that's Pacific. So about 12 o'clock on the East Coast. So I'm shocked there hasn't been any bets put in, especially Boston Celtics. I will check in on this line again. Hopefully, be able to post an update later today to see where that money's at, because you don't see this even money, and I don't think it's going to stay even like this the rest of the day. At some point, something's going to give here. Huh. I mean, it's playoff basketball. We're going to go back to back, 1-1. This could be this, but the Heat are home. That's why I'm having such trouble with this. Oh, man. So you look at ESPN, they're predicting, not by a big margin, but by a margin, that they win. Man. What's the total at? 204. What are some props? Because that's come on, tell me something, numbers. What am I missing? Let's look at first half. First quarter, we're looking at a half-point spread. First half betting. Whew. All right, so even here, it looks like the books are not confused, but they are definitely being as conservative as possible when it comes to this game. Looking at the numbers right now, you see the minus 124, minus 101. So they don't even want to put the Heat they don't want to give you the chance. Well, you're 101. I, honest to God, in all my years of sports betting, have never seen a minus 101 posted on a sports book in all my years. That is unbelievable. But what that indicates to me is that the books are extremely scared. They really don't know which game this is going to go. They understand that it's going to go one way, it's going to go another. I think the reason it's going to be at that 2-point spread right now is because of where the money is at. As we were talking about the money being, 64 and the bets being 64%, what did this game open up at? It had to open up as 1. Yeah, it opened up Celtics -1, so it's getting bet to that +2. The books didn't want to move there, but the money was just begging them to so they could cover their ass a little bit. But seeing this first half line makes me, feel a little bit more confident. Obviously, the first quarter, they're expecting Boston to just come out hot, probably because they lost the last game, right? I should know this. Yeah, no, the Celtics won, so they're expecting. Okay, no. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, it's at Celtics. It's at Heat. We're going to go Heat plus the 2. If they're going to give me the points, I'll take that. And then I'm even going to sprinkle the money line. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. The way the numbers are talking to me, the books aren't very confident on which way this game is going to go. The money is the one that's pushing this game, and it's right now a lot of public money. It's a lot of, Joe betting money, which isn't the worst thing, you know what I mean? The public's right a lot. However, in a scenario like this reminds me a lot of football season, where it's a lot of remind me of what have you done for me lately? And that's what a lot of football bettors go into. They don't look at the matchup. They look at what happened last week, and they don't understand that there's a whole week of different game plan, different preparation, different matchups. You can't do the same thing twice against a different defense. And so I think right now that's what we're seeing. We are seeing a lot of the public money, a lot of the public bets go towards the recency bias of the Celtics and not taking into account the Heat at home. Give me Miami Heat plus the 2, Miami Heat money line. Oh, do I do it? What's the double result? And this is it. This is it right here. Double result, Heat plus 185. If the books actually, that should be plus 200 at least. At least, the way they're posting lines right now. That one's probably the most likely at plus 500. I just don't trust myself with this with this playoff series to take something like that. So I'm going to stick with my gut. I'm going to stick with what my numbers are telling me. Give me the Heat on the money line. Give me the Heat plus the 2. and let's keep the series going. I think this series is going to go to 7. This series is definitely going to 7, which I mean is awesome. What's better than game 7s in any playoff series? Oh man, game 7s are, honest to God, probably one of the greatest things out there. I can't even imagine something better than a game 7. Huh. Maybe hitting a 12-leg parlay. Hitting a 12-leg same-game parlay during a Game 7. That would be the best thing ever. Boom. Boom. That would be epic. That would be epic. But, that's all the action for playoffs today. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit on the diamond. Let's talk some baseball. Ooh, we got an early game today. 9:35 a.m. on my time, so that would be about 1 o'clock on the East Coast. We are looking at Colorado Rockies at the Pittsburgh Pirates in just an absolute slobber knocker the other day. I don't know what to make of that. What was the score yesterday? Let's double check that. Oh, yeah, Pirates 2, Rockies 1, game going way under. Let's look at the lines. Why don't we? Boom goes the dynamite. Pirates, the 1.5 point favorite going into this game, minus 132 on the money line. Rockies, plus 133. Got Thompson on the mound for the Pirates. Got Feltner on the mound for the Rockies. Not looking at the best pitching either way. Let's look what the early money is talking to us. Woo! We got a lot of money going on. The Pirates, 79% of the money, 56% of the bets. Not too shabby. I want to go ahead and look at some trends. We can look at some trends. Pirates are 1-4 in their last 5 games. Love that. 2-3 against ATS. 8-10 on the road games, but they're at home, so that's great. Over in 8 of the last 24. Looking for a lot of unders here. Rockies have gone over in 14 of the last 25 home games, but they're on the road, so who gives a shit? 2-3 ATS in the last 5. 2-3 straight up. Let's see if ESPN will tell me anything about them pitching matchup. Yep, and we got lineups up. Colorado doesn't seem to have hit against him before. Same thing with the Pirates, so relatively new matchups for both lineups. Look for the under in this game. What are we sitting at right now? Under 8 looks like a nice number. Yeah, under 8 minus 110. That doesn't seem too shabby. Take these guys off so we can get the parlay going for today. Yeah, both bad teams, but bad pitching all around too. Bats can get hot for the Pirates when they need to. I'm not going to touch that total whatsoever. I am going to go ahead and take Pirates minus the 135. It was a close game, so I'm not going to touch the points. But we'll get some early action on the board. Tigers, Twins. I'm going to take Twins money line because I don't even need to take a look at that. Garcia and Bundy on the mound. Give me Bundy every day. Mets, Giants. The Giants, I mean, they squeaked one by yesterday. I don't know how they did it, but they squeaked one by. What was that final score? Mets, Giants, 13-12 in extra. What a hell of a game. But, yeah, Giants just squeezing one out there. Are we liking the over then? Let's look at that matchup. Oh, we got a new pitcher up there for Sapusky. Thomas Sapusky. 4 strikeouts, 14.73 ERA. Yeah, so far 1 game played. And that was on the 30th against the Braves when they lost 20-2. Whoo! And what are we looking at total on this game? 8.5. That over's juiced way too heavy for me. I'm going to stay off of that. But probably take Giants money line or minus that 1.5. But going to stay away from it initially. Brewers, Padres, Darvish on the mound. Ooh, against Ashby. Let's see what the money's telling me there. And you know, this might be a nice first 500 situation if these pitchers can figure it out. 3.91 ERA for Darvish, Ashby with the 3.49, a little bit of an edge there. Padres with the 1.5. Money's talking all Padres all day. That is some heavy juice, heavy juice. Let's see what ESPN has to say about it. There we go. Getting gassed. You know, Darvish with a 3.91 ERA over those 46 innings pitched, not too shabby for him. Had a couple rough starts. He honestly didn't look particularly good last year or the year before, but nice to see that he's kind of finding his stride again with a 4-1 record so far. Kind of feels like a nice second win loss, though, doesn't it? Brewers, Padres, series tied 1-1. Going into an off day. What do they play tomorrow? Padres, Brewers. Oh, they play the whole series. Oh, they go to the Brewers tomorrow. Oh, no, that's next week. What the hell? I'm just losing my mind, guys. Sorry about that. I want to see where they play tomorrow, because that does matter, especially on these getaway games. It looks okay. So the Brewers are going to the Cardinals tomorrow. Where are the Padres? Or the Padres have an off day. All right, if Padres have an off day, you Darvish on the hill. Give me. I'm going to take. No, I'm going to go. Damn, that feels like a real. 4-1. That feels like a really nice spot for him to just kind of blow up, doesn't it? Doesn't it, though? How have the Brewers been hitting this year? Shit. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, this one's a hard one. I'm going to go with my gut here. I'm saying that Darvish goes ahead and drops this one. Give me Brewers first 5 money line, because I think he's going to have a shaky start. Cubs, Reds. I don't want to touch that shit show. Baltimore's Yankee turns out to be a shit show too. Yeah, I think that's all the baseball I'm going to take today. Might jump in, because I got the later games with the playoffs. I'm just going to touch some early baseball today. 5-leg parlay for all my bets today if you want to take it. Puck line for the Avalanche, money line for the Heat, money line for the Pirates, money line for the Twins, and then first 5 for the Brewers, plus 22.02 if it hits. Not too bad. You can always go ahead and round robin that if you want to as well. With that being said, I mean, it's going to be another nice day of sports. Looking for some more news, hopefully, to be coming out of OTAs. Let me go ahead and double check the NFL real quick, and let me check my Twitter, make sure nothing crazy. Whoa. Nope, that's fake news. Never mind. And love that the first thing that pops up on my Twitter is, don't worry about it. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are still going at it, airing all the dirty laundry for everyone to see. It's just unbelievable self-destruction going on right now. Take one more search for the NFL. OTAs, we're talking about a lot of people missing OTAs. It's really not that big of a deal. For example, the Kyler Murray missing OTAs is just because he's throwing his temper tantrum about his contract, okay, I'm going to land on that for a second, because a report I read coming out of the Suns building being that about, contracts and stuff, because we got DeAndre Ayton who's up, and we got to just kind of figure out what we can do now, because second straight year of making the playoffs, having a great regular season, and then there's nothing to show for it. And so one thing they were talking about was how they're worried about DeAndre Ayton not being grown up enough, saying he has a video game addiction, stays up all night playing them and everything, and isn't prepared for the games. Apparently, reports say that he stayed up, only got 2 hours of sleep before Game 7, and that could have led to that. But that's, again, just reports I'm reading. Don't know how valid they are, anything like that. But my thing is, why can't the Cardinals be worried about video games too? Because that's Kyler Murray's issue too. We've seen it. We've seen it in the home games. We've seen how he can play. That's why we're such a good road team. Not to mention he's going to be missing his number one wide receiver. Yeah, he's got his best friend back on the field, but it doesn't replace one of the greatest wide receivers to be playing the game right now. No disrespect to Hollywood Brown, and we haven't really been able to see what he can do as a wide receiver being in Baltimore and everything. No disrespect to Lamar, but I mean, when I think of Lamar, I think of him running. I don't think of him throwing the damn ball. And if the Suns are so worried about the video games and the Cardinals aren't, go ahead, get rid of him. But the Cardinals really should follow suit because we are about to dump a bunch of money into this guy, whether I like it or not. And I've been very vocal about not liking it whatsoever. It is what it is. We're going to pay him, unfortunately. Let's just, maybe put a contract in there. Let's hold the video games to about 20 hours a week, and let's get to bed before 1 a.m., especially before game days, bud. I hate to do that to an adult, but bro, let's get it going, and especially, with Hard Knocks now going with the Cardinals in season, that being announced a couple days ago. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see, especially I'm interested to see when the Cardinals lose and Kyler has to compose himself in front of cameras and everything like that, because we see what he does on the field when he knows he's on national television. What's he going to do when he forgets the cameras are there? What's he going to say when he forgets the cameras are there? That's what I'm interested to see, because I really don't know the guy. He might be, and I bet he's a great guy and everything like that, and I'm just talking about football reasons and everything. But he doesn't seem, I hate to say it, doesn't seem all that committed. And you saw it in that first round playoff game when he couldn't run the ball to save his life, even though he's a running quarterback. Felt like he just kind of gave up, didn't he? Well, is what it is, I guess. One more time, Cardinals, if you're listening out there, please, for the love of God, don't sign him. Get another quarterback. They've got a nice recruiting class coming in this upcoming draft. Obviously not this last one, but this next one coming up. So please go ahead, take a look at that before we do anything crazy. Beautiful. That was a good distraction because my charts are working today. Let's look at the crypto market and see how in the shitter we are today. Ho, we are seeing some green, but not the green we like to see. I guess, any green is good green at some point. Bitcoin now at about $29,000, trading a little bit under 700. Still not, that was a big drop there. A lot of volume being sold, but again, this is just this is the 5-day range. Let's look at the 24-hour. A little bit of trying to consolidate here. Not a lot of volume, which is a good thing, unless I scroll in like this and it looks like a lot. But even when I do that, even over the last, what would that be, 6 hours, just not the biggest volume sold or bought. Hopefully that means the whales are holding on to their crypto because they know what this means and everything, and buying more as it continues. As we move on to Ethereum now, 1-day range reaching a high at one point of about, 220? Yeah, it looks like the top of the candle was 220. Nice volume buys there. Big volume bought here earlier today, and then a little bit of sell-off probably because that price shot up as it was being bought. But still, seeing some nice peaks and valleys, nothing too desperate, nothing too drastic. Solana taking a little bit of a dip today at $48. But still just not a lot of volume. It's not a lot of volume, which doesn't worry me as we continue to scroll out to about a week, about a month now, seeing, a little bit flatter of a line. That's what you want to see. That's what you like to see. Especially in a bear market, right, like we are right now, like to see trading sideways as to not going down for obvious reasons. I mean, come on. Luna coming back a little bit. Nice little bump in the last 24 hours. Big purchase here that you did see. It just raise the price, and hopefully it'll consolidate here at this level, and we'll see Terra Luna start to come back. Obviously what's happened with Terra and everyone who's invested in it is just super sad, trading all the way up at almost at $100 at some points. and then just all the way down to absolutely nothing. Hopefully it'll come back. People can make some money back and new investors can get in there. Again, want to reiterate, not a financial advisor. Don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Just some degenerate who loves talking into a microphone. Please do your own research as to not make anything, just be responsible on Degenerate Takes. As we look at ApeCoin, just still, trading sideways, which I like to see, like I said, in this bear market, $7 now. Still not worried about it. Still holding on to all of my ApeCoin. Bullish on it still waiting on Yuga Labs to kind of come out with something, next steps and everything like that, so we can see what's going to happen there. But that's been your crypto update for the day. That's been your live bets. That's been your bets for the day. With that being said, Noah and I probably coming out with a nice episode later tonight, just covering all the action, covering everything, and, just going to bullshit a bit. Love to see that. Yeah, go ahead, give us a follow, like, share, and subscribe to this video for more content just like this. I go live every morning, talk about everything sports and the crypto market, just to kind of, wake up with a nice little dose of degeneracy. You gotta love to see it. And yeah, man, follow me on Twitter at Brofict1. I'll live tweet some pics tonight if I like anything, live as well. Follow the show at Degenerate Takes on Twitter as well. We post everything there. And Noah at Engel Money Train. He's been on an absolute killer roll lately on the betting side. Give him a follow there so you can see what he's up to. With that being said, I've been the Brofict1 AJ, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.